All right, hold on. I'm connecting the YouTube group, and I appreciate them. Okay, and I think they are now connected. Turn that off. And then let me move everything else. Y'all know what I did last night, man, while we getting this together. You want to have some good sleep? Go to the gym real late, right before bedtime. Just go to the gym and work out. Boy, I was so tired, and I'm just slow today. And then on top of that, you add in technical difficulties. That ain't making it no better. Give me a second. New share. Go here and go there. All right, and that should be that. All right, give me 1 second, y'all. Oh, Lord, it's giving me no problems. Give me the blues. Okay, there we go. Go full screen. All right, cool. All right, we got it. Now we're good to go. And then I'll just hit this record and we'll go ahead and rock and roll. All right, you guys. Good morning. This is Uncle P from Super EZ Forex. I hope you guys having a great day. We have a couple of simple rules in here. Number one, I'm not a financial advisor. So if you need financial advice, please seek out a financial advisor. That's not what I do here. We simply look at the charts, try to see what they're talking about, and then we go on from there. If you need a financial advisor, please seek one out, but that's not what we do here. Number two, please make sure when we get to the Q&A that your background noise is under control because this is being recorded for playback. And they do want to hear your question and they want to hear my answer, but they can't do that if it's too much background noise. So please make sure to control your background noise, okay? If you're at work or babysitting, whatever it is, and just step out, ask your question, and you can go back on mute, and I'll try to answer your question, okay? And then number three, please make sure that when you're trading, you're using quote-unquote disposable income. Disposable income simply means just that. It's disposable, meaning that no matter what happens, it's not that big of a deal because it wasn't designated for bills or anything like that. One of the biggest problems that people are doing, which I really wish they would stop it, they are trying to use funds that are allocated for bills and all these other things to try and trade Forex to hurry up and get out of a job or out of a financial situation. Normally, I don't have an issue with that, except for the biggest problem is, which is why I stopped a long time ago. When I hear that a client is having financial problems, I don't want you coming in yet. Because it's not that you can't become successful in Forex, it's the problem that you don't listen to the rules. Because you assume that the market, like this week and last week, I'm just going to tell you ahead of time, this week and last week, if you are a brand new trader and you're just coming in and you're in a hurry to, try to make $1 million overnight, you're going to quickly realize that you mean absolutely nothing to this market. None of us do. None of us. Last week, all that news that came out, I mean, it just rained terror. And come to think of it, that might be why they put all that news events into the same week so that it can get flushed out. And then this week, since it's Easter week, the banks and institutions, they basically why the market ain't moving much is because the institutional traders, in my opinion, they're not trading this week. So they said, let's put all the news into 1 week, let's deal with it, and then take this week off. That's what, in my opinion, may have happened. Because I've never seen that much news on all of the currencies in 1 week. In one single week, that was crazy. And then this week, the markets are barely moving at all, which makes sense. They're on vacation. They say, man, we're taking the week off, right? So the point is that tells you that the markets are their own engine. And if you are in financial straits, if you're in a financial emergency, you can't come to the market expecting it to do wonders overnight for you because it will move when it wants to move and it will not move when it don't want to move. So for this week, I know a whole lot of retail traders are irritated, wondering why the markets ain't moving. And I was thinking the same thing. Why are the markets not moving? Not because I need them to move, but I just know abnormal behavior. Okay. My concern was abnormal behavior. When I see markets slow down, typically they do that right before a huge news event. So I was thinking, what news event did I miss when I was doing my review on news? Well, the news event that I missed was Easter. Good Friday is coming up. So a lot of the countries around the globe are shutting down on Good Friday. They're not even going to be trading on Friday. Okay. You may have gotten a notification from your broker saying what the trading hours are going to be for this coming week because of that. So that's the big news event. So that's different. A lot of new traders come in and they're trying to get financial freedom. And so their stress over the market not moving is because they need the market to hurry up and move so that they can hurry up and make them $1 million. Okay. So that they can quit their job tomorrow. And when you come into a situation where last week the markets were just in complete volatility, which is a cute name for it was wilding out, going crazy. The markets were nuts. 4th of July everywhere. Okay. That was last week. And then you come into this week and it's moving none at all. So it went from one extreme to the other in a matter of 2 weeks. Last week, it was jumping all over the place, like a kid with full of candy and sugar. This week, it acts like the kid crashed and went to sleep. Okay. So the market went nuts and then it went to sleep in a matter of 2 weeks. So yeah, you can understand why you come to this market humbly and you just look for your setups. And then at that point, you can't do anything about it but to sit back and relax. Type of amen if you hear what I'm saying and understand exactly what I'm telling you. You have no control over these markets. None. 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 And this is hard teaching, and it's difficult, to be honest with you. It's very difficult sometimes to do what I do. And I understand why a lot of people won't do it because, if you deal with institutional traders, this is second nature to them. They know this. So they come in with big money clients. And that's why, some fellow um, instructors like myself, but a lot of them, they only deal with higher end clients because they don't want to put up with the retail thinking process. You build yourself a portfolio of clients, and then if you don't make them $1 million off their $50 in 2 weeks, then they're pissed. And then here they go. But with higher end clients who have a financial education of understanding how money works, and they have the patience to wait for things to turn around and do what they do, they're cool with 5 to 10% return on their investment every quarter, even though we're doing that for people in weeks. In a week or two, we can do that. Normally, when the markets are moving normal, we can get you 5 or 10% in a week or two. That's nothing. But when the markets don't want to cooperate, then it is what it is. That's nothing we can do. But for retailers, that concept don't soak in their heads. For larger clients, yeah, all day long, they don't care. They don't care. It's not that big of a deal. They're used to knowing how money works. Okay, they're just used to it. So it's not a big deal to them. They say if I put my money into the bank, how much return is the bank going to give me even 10% return per month? No, they're not. So if anybody will be able to give me a return of 10 to 20% a month, heck yeah, I roll with them. And if they have a week or where the markets are, hey, we already in the week, we understand the markets. So yeah, it's not a big deal. But to the retailer, it's death. Because to them, oh, you're not helping me quit my job by next week. Well, okay, well, all right. Oh, y'all understand what I'm saying? Type of 100 if this makes sense. It's a different concept of thinking. I really wish that what would have happened, and I'm just talking because the markets really ain't moving. We'll go through some charts and I'll quickly go to today. I'm going to quickly get to question and answer period because I do have a meeting right afterwards. And then I have a date with Nancy. So I got some things to do today. But I want to just kind of touch on this just a little bit to make sure people understand where I'm coming from. It's different. And the most demanding client is the one who has the least money. I'm going to say that again. The ones who give the most demands are the ones who have the least money. They're very like a chihuahua. And you got, okay, well, look, 10% return on $50 is $5. I mean, what can I do? You understand what I'm saying? I can't flip it into $1 million in 2 months. Okay, you have to have patience to let things grow like a tree or like grass. I put some seeds on my grass, and now I got one of the prettiest lawns, and that grass is growing. But but I keep it watered. And I purchased myself my own riding lawnmower because I was paying, for these gardeners to do it. But then I was like, that looks like fun riding on one of them riding lawnmowers. So guess what? I bought me one. And so I call it my John Deezy, my John Deere. I got my John Deezy, and it's fun. I got my headphones on. I ride my little John Deezy, and I have to cut my grass. But guess what? It grows. Once I cut it, it takes about a week or two before it grows back again. Okay. Will it grow? Absolutely. But it's not gonna like I cut the grass today and it grows back full tomorrow. It grows back over time. So the same thing with money. If you invest it correctly or use it correctly, then it will grow over time. But if you're expecting it to just flip flop overnight, because you've seen a YouTube video about somebody who took $5 and flipped it into 5 million and they did that in 3 weeks, okay, then cool. Go with them. Go with them. Go with them. Guarantee you ain't gonna keep it. I'm watching this professional trader. He was talking about how to pass prop firms in 3 easy steps. And I'm thinking, okay, well, let me just see what he's talking about, see if there's some magic beans that he has that, is abnormal. The first one he said is make sure they use only 1 to 2% risk. He said, if you use 1 to 2% risk on every trade, you're guaranteed never to blow your account. I was like, oh, God. Ain't that I've been saying this? I was like, oh, this dude ain't talking about nothing. And then he went through a couple of simple steps, but basically he was saying the same thing I've been telling y'all for the longest. Money management is the first rule of making it in the business. Patience is number 2, because you cannot force the markets to do what it doesn't want to do. It will go when it wants to go. It will move when it wants to move. Okay? Everybody clear on that? Everybody clear? See, so don't be dissing this chihuahua. Donnie, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, well, all right. All right, let me hurry and finish this. If there's anybody reaching out to you, talking about, I can trade for you and I'll do this, send me some Bitcoin and this and that. Okay, they're scammers. Leave them alone. Let us know who they are, because if they're in our group, we're going to remove them and they won't be in our group anymore. Next one, I want to welcome our YouTube channel. Thank you guys for tuning in, YouTube family. We're getting about, I think, 700-800 to 1,000 people a week who watch those. So thank you very much. And those who are here in the Zoom meeting, thank you for attending, and those who watch it later. All right. Other than that, let's move on. I think, let me see something real quick, just to give you guys an update. All righty. Let me see something real quick, and then I really don't have much to go through today. Like I said, the markets are dead slow. So I would prefer if we just go right into Q&A. If you guys have a question, let's go ahead and do that. As far as the copycat, we are at 167.27. So we have won 167 trades, and we have lost 27 of them. Okay, so that's our record so far in the last 3 months, going on 4 months. Okay. And let me add up how many total trades that is, which that doesn't include, we got like, what, 3 running right now? 167 plus 27 plus 3. So we're about 3 trades shy of 200 trades in 3 months. Okay. Something like that, going on 4 months. Okay. So that's about 50 trades a month or something like that. But so we're doing good. 167 in winners and 27 losers. So, okay, cool. Not bad. All right. Let me ask you this. Do anybody have any questions? Which, by the way, let me say this real quick before we do this. For those who watch my Sunday video, if you didn't make any money, that's not my problem, because I told y'all I told you the exact setup that I said was specifically I was looking for. Funny thing is, I was busy doing something and I missed the entry. I missed the entry myself. But literally, I told you guys on Sunday that GU was my main focus that I was looking for. So those who saw that, congratulations to you. Euro USD also did the same thing. So they did have their bounce opportunity because I told you what happened was it was a huge pullback because of the U.S. news last week that forced all the pairs, which they had a huge drop. And I told you guys about the slant pattern. I said slant patterns always do what? Type. What do slant patterns do? What do they do? There you go. They pop. They pop up or pop down. Okay. If you're new, here's what it means. Now, they have all these different other names and stuff and that, but I just call them slant patterns because they slant the angle up. Okay. So as you can see here, they call it zigzag patterns. They got all these different names. Just I keep it simple. So the bottom line is, and we can see it, and it's scattered like rocks all over the place. Like I said, just nobody showed you that these are the diamonds of the market, but it's all over the place. Okay. They come in different shapes and forms, but at the end of the day, it does the same thing every single time. I haven't even went to a different pair yet. And look at how many of these I'm marking up. Okay. Oh, look at the birdies in the back. Oh, with the baby. Little family birds. A little side note while I'm doing this. We have certain birds that I watch, and some of these birds, man, they better fathers than humans. They will stand right up to you and protect their babies and their family. And the mother bird be back there with the babies while the daddy stands there looking at you right in your face like, I wish you would take one extra step toward my family. Type of amen. I wish more men would like that. Protect your family. Man up. You made them, protect them. You the one made them. If you didn't want to protect them, you shouldn't have made them. They're very protective of their family. Just a wonderful thing. And that's just birds. That's nature. All right. So as you guys can see, I done marked this and I haven't even went to a different pair. That's the funny part about it. So here's the deal. When it's a hard fall, it pops up. Hard fall, pop 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 up. Hard fall. What do you think was going to happen next then? And I told you guys this on Sunday. Okay. What did I tell you? I said it was going to pop up. And sure enough, this one did. And the main one I told you guys that I was looking for was this one to do a what? Pop up. So from here to here would have netted you about 85 or 86 pips. And that was a free offer of a trade that I told you guys on Sunday. So if you're not watching my Sunday videos about news, and for the first time, which by the way, I'm thinking about doing this, but I haven't decided whether to keep them separate or not. Normally, when I do videos, I do a Saturday video just to go and do a review over the charts on Saturdays. But then on Sunday, I will come back and do a news event. I don't know whether it would be wise to combine them together or not. I haven't figured that out. But I did combine them this Sunday, and I told you, hey, here's one for you. So you guys could have easily have made some money this week because I told you this one was going to happen, and sure enough, it did. Now, let me show you guys this. Again, slant patterns pop up. Watch this. Hard fall. It's going to eventually do what? Pop up. Okay. Hard fall. And this is just raggedy, but overall, guess what it did? Fell back down. Okay. Well, let's move this one over here so you can see this better. Right there. Still came down. Sometimes it ain't smooth, but it does work. Come back up. Since that shot up so hard, what do you think happens next? A hard fall. What happens at a hard fall? It always pops back up. Hard fall. Hard jump up, hard fall. Nice jump up. Nice fall. Nice jump up. Huge jump up. The bigger the jump, the bigger the fall. Are you guys seeing this? Actually, let's put this one over here. Okay, right there. Jumps up. What happens next? Nice fall. Huge because of news. Now, if you fall and you hit stability, especially off the 4 hour, which is where I like to check, Boom, there was your pop-up. But this popped up. So what was supposed to happen next? A pullback. See? So all these little fancy names, pullbacks, drawdown, this, that, and the other, it's just really the same thing. Look at this. I can go out back further. You can down see it back here. This one happened here. And this one happened here. It's just all over the place. All over the place. Like rocks on the ground. It's just that it's never discussed or taught to retail traders to look at this. So then you can anticipate if there's a hard fall, especially after a massive news event, you want to wait a day or two. And I was supposed to have shot this video on my news event trading, but the news was so wild. Every day I was going to record it to show you guys. I had to hold off because another news event came out with messed up the markets, and another one, and another one, and another. Like I said, last week was wild. So I didn't think it was a good idea because basically I kind of held off myself, and the market never stabilized because there was so many rapid fire hits. It was like even the pairs that wasn't getting hit were ducking and dodging and going crazy. So it kind of threw things off. But the truth of the matter is, at the end of the day, this is what you're looking at. Anytime you see hard moves in one direction, wait for them to stabilize. And again, I keep telling you guys, if you don't have the sexy, you're doing yourself a disservice. If you want to manually do each and every one of these, cool, do your thing, not me. But it shows me everything I need to know. So for an example, when it hit up here, here's the trend line, supply and demand zone, support and resistance levels, cool. Now I see stability. What do you think I saw when I called this trade out free to you guys? This is what I was looking at. It was sitting right here on a strong support level. Okay, it stabilized, hit the trend line on the 4-hour, hit support. If you're in the signals group, you got the daily dot as well. You got all this information telling me, and it's on the 4-hour with more than one candle. So guess what? It was telling me that there's going to be a potential bounce. Okay, potential bounce. And that's the move it did. Okay, and that's why I gave it to you guys free of charge on last Sunday. It was an easy call. Easy call. Okay, because hard move, it has to take a breather. And I used to teach it this way, and then let's go to hands. I remember I used to teach you guys about the swimming. I told you, I think I'm the black Aquaman. Okay, I love swimming. Okay, love swimming. Love swimming. Okay, that's why I bought a house with the pool area. Okay, love swimming. I absolutely love swimming. Okay, and one of the things I do when I swim, not so much now I'm getting older, but maybe I need to get back to it since I'm getting older. That's a reason to do it. All right, so here's what I used to do. I used to get into a pool, even when I used to go to gyms like Lifetime Fitness and stuff like that. They had those big Olympic size pools. Okay. What I would like to do, I would start at one end and I would thrust underneath the water and keep going as far as I can while holding my breath to see if I can get all the way to the other side. And on a good day when my asthma wasn't acting up, I could make it all the way to the other side and feel like a champion, like I got Aquaman lungs. Okay. Everybody hear what I'm saying? So by me holding my breath, getting to the other side, what was the one thing that was guaranteed? Let me see if somebody figured this out. What was the one thing that's guaranteed that I had to do? What do you think it is? Any guess? I had to, there you go, Liz. Y'all got it first. Donna got it next. I had no choice, no matter how bad of an Aquaman, this black Aquaman with a baseball hat, no matter how bad of a swimmer I think I am, I still am a human with lungs and I have to come up and get some air. So no matter how long this thing has jumped all the way up, you're going to keep watching it. Keep it on your watch list and wait. If you have sex analysts, you'll easily be able to wait and see it. And once you do, and it could take a day or two or a couple of days before it finishes out. But either way it goes, when you see these big, gigantic moves, that's the one you want to put on your watch list because eventually it's going to have to take a breath from that direction. And when it does, it's going to take watch this. When I'm doing regular lap swims, I can short breaths. Okay, short breaths. But if I go under the water and swim all the way from one end of the pool to the other without taking a single breath, my first breath, is it going to be a shallow breath or is it going to be a big breath? which it's going to be. Okay, Jay got it first. Yes, correct. It's going to be a see, when I'm doing laps, I'm short. Okay, like these little short moves. Okay, little short ones, a little choppy. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, or we can go to a smaller time frame and you'll see it. Okay, little short moves. See, these are short. This is what I mean. Little small ones. Little small ones. See, I told you like rocks on the ground, which I'll call pullback moves. It's all over the place. All over. It's all over the place. It's going to happen just as sure as the sun comes out. Okay. So these are little small shallow breaths on the lower time frame. But on the bigger time frames, when you see these big moves, just as big as a breath it took, it has to come back the other way just as big, or at least half point, which is like, for an example, this one shot up, came back almost 100% to recover this. Then this came up this way, which is almost 100% of this. This one came up, but you see it's at least 50% of this one. This one came up huge. This one came at least 3/4 of the way of this one. So this one came up this way, recovering at least half of what this was. So my point is when it does these big moves, expect big recoveries, nice, healthy opportunities. Do everybody understand what I'm saying? Okay. These are great, wonderful, easy moves that you can find and just see for yourself. They're right there all the time, especially if you're rocking with higher time frames. The bigger the moves up, the bigger the moves down. The bigger the moves down, the bigger the moves up. Now, for me personally, I think that if this was not such a slow holiday, we probably would have seen this pull back, retest, and possibly shoot up way up here. Okay. But again, this holiday, no matter, no whatever. But at least you was able to squeeze out 85 pips out of this recovery move, which is great pips. So me personally, I love looking for these. Now, what day do I look for these? I look for these on midweek. That's primarily where you're going to find those. Okay. Everybody understand what I'm saying? Does this make sense? Type of 200 in the box if this makes sense. Okay. And you can go to any chart. You want to talk about, I'm marking on my charts. Okay. Have you ever considered that? Here we go again. Look, all over the place. Here's a little one. Here's one coming back up the other way. And that's where the support and resistance levels from the sexy analyst is going to help you plenty, plenty, plenty. Here you go to the downside. Here came back up almost 100% to recover. Okay, here it is. Don't forget the swimmer. Going for a dive. What it does next? Come back up for a breather. Then it takes a nosedive. It says, okay, I'm going deep, deep, deep. News event. Huge crash. But what has to happen? It has to come back up and breathe again. And this time when it breathed huge. But after a good breather, it got to go back down. And then after that, it comes back up. So whether you get big ones or small ones, the point is, as long as you're keeping your eye on these, they're just all over the place. All over. There you go. See, look. Small ones, big ones. Look at this. All over the place. I can pick any pair. Look at this huge move to the upside. What happened immediately afterwards? A drop. What happened after the drop? There you go. And again, you can do this on any time frame, but I specifically can see these when they're on the 4-hour. Okay. And it just requires patience to wait for the right setup to happen because it takes time for it to happen. The one thing you don't want to do is be the first one trying to jump in to time it on your own. You want to wait for multiple candles to be sitting in a specific area and look for all the regular things I've already taught you in the tutorials, and typically for it to be midweek reversal time. That's when I really look for these for midweek reversals. Okay. But that's what I'll be looking for. I love these pairs. I love when I see them big moves, because eventually they're going to get exhausted, and therefore, guess what happens? And here's the and again, I don't know everything, but here's my interpretation of what, after being in this business for years, here's what I see happens. If you just made yourself, watch this, on this move to the downside, you made yourself 212 pips. Will you start taking some profit? The answer is yes. So yeah, people taking profit. Reinvest back up. Huge move. That's another 337 pips. Huge money. What are you going to do? Take some profit. So you got a lot of people who's selling out, and that's what caused the price to drop. Okay. Drops for another 150. Notice this about 154 to the downside, which is about half of what it did to the upside, which was 350 to the upside. Okay. Point is that it wants to take a breather in the opposite direction. So when I see these big news events, this is why I was saying from the beginning that I was tripping. I was expecting a lot of big news recovery moves this week on a lot of pairs, and it wasn't the market wasn't moving. I'm like, what the heck is going on? Now I understood. Oh, it's Easter. So, okay, gotta wait. Banks institutions, they're not playing around. Man, okay. But y'all get the point. All right. Any questions for today? Because I told you I have a meeting that I have to attend. So any questions? Any questions for me? Any questions? Any setups that you have a question about? Any hands before I dismiss for today? Okay. Got Cash. Go ahead and unmute. Hi.
What it do, Bob, man?
Hey, good morning. How are you?
I'm doing good, huh? I'm back
Good.
again. Look, so I finally got everything set up. Cool.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
So the only thing left is we had emailed it. They was like, restart my MT5, restart the MT5 or whatever. So I had exited out, but did you take any trades today on your copy trader or no?
I only have one. I'll have one running on mine. So we have 3 trades running, I think. We
Okay.
sent emails yesterday.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah, but we got a response
I
back
had
because
checked his history, but I ain't seen none open. So I was trying to see um what I might need to do. Cause I mean, when he go back on there, I tell him no touching that, so everything just stay on connected to provider. But I don't think he be seeing no trades open.
okay, yeah, that's why we emailed you twice yesterday, because we had the installer who was going to remote into your computer and check and see what's going on.
So I need to do.
Just send an email again today, and then one of us will reach out to you, and we're just going to remote into your computer and check it out ourselves and see what's happening. For
Okay.
an had a person, and this was the first time ever that this happened, but the person they were using, it wasn't our copier, it was the ocean wave system, and it was like, hey, things ain't working. And we're like, okay, hold on, that's odd, because it always works. We have a
Yeah.
lot of have used it. Well, come to find out, they were using some kind of new broker who had their own form of MT4, but it wasn't the original version of MT4. And so I said, well,
Mm,
broker. And as soon as they did that, immediately it went right to work. It worked right away. So sometimes it's the broker's platform, which is why we be telling you guys check your platforms with your broker, make sure this and this with your broker. Because if the copier is working for all these other people, it can't be the copier. The copier cannot be it. Because if it was the copier, then everybody will all have the same issue at the exact same time, because everybody's using the same exact copier. But if it's everybody's getting copying on trades and yours is off, then it has to do something with either your computer or it has to do with the broker's platform you're using. But
okay,
we
perfect.
need the copier. That's why we want the remote in. Or in many situations, a person skipped or missed a simple step, and therefore they're missing a step. Their computer was not just having a conversation with our server. It wasn't connecting, their platform wasn't connecting to our server, and that's why they weren't getting it. So it's always typically something small.
Okay. Well,
Yes, email and we
hopefully
can.
we can just I get remote in when I get to him. I know you don't do class on Wednesday. You available on Thursdays?
Like I said, just shoot an email. Let's see what either me or the remote installer can do. Check our
Okay,
schedule.
perfect.
All right.
All right, thank you.
But this time respond because we were trying to reach you yesterday. We was gonna remote in yesterday and just knock it out for you.
Oh yeah, perfect. I got you. I got you.
Okay, cool, cool.
All right,
Thank you, bro.
thank you.
All right. All right, Harold, go ahead and unmute.
Good morning, how you doing today?
How are you?
Good, good. Ain't been with you in a while. I've been listening to all your downloads though.
Good, good.
Question for you, three questions for you. I want to purchase 3 copycat systems, one for myself and one for each one of my sons.
Okay.
If I purchase them, I can just buy them and then just assign accounts to their platforms.
Yeah, correct. So let me be clear because I remember seeing an email about that. So if you only need 3 accounts, then just one subscription will suffice because it comes with 3 accounts. Okay. We do have some people who want like 9, they're running prop firm accounts and all these different things. So, some people want 12 accounts. And so, if that's the case, they have to have 4 subscriptions because every subscription comes with 3 accounts. So it just depends. So think of it and as far as how many accounts do you want to run? If you want to run up to 3 accounts only, then 1 subscription suffice. If you want to run 6 accounts, then 2 subscriptions. Every subscription come with 3 accounts. So if it's to you and your 2 sons, that would be 3 accounts. But if they want more than that, then just get a second subscription. Just use a different username and email address, and the system will accept it.
Okay, so if I wanted each one of them have 3 accounts, it would be 3 separate accounts.
That is correct. Yes. So each one of you get 9 in total. So just remember, every subscription comes with 3 accounts. So 3 for you, 3 for them, 3 for the second son. Then that's 3 subscriptions, which would be 9 accounts.
Secondly, I've been trying to get into the back office, and it keeps telling me my email or username is an error. I haven't been logged into it in probably over a year, but it's been the same one since 2020. So I can't figure out why it's not letting me log in.
Yeah. Are you trying to log into which service? To what?
To Super Easy or to I got all of them. I got everything except for Ocean Waves.
Okay. All right. Just send an email. I know you were, we saw an email about the Copycat. And if you're trying to log into Copycat, you have to create a subscription first because that's a whole different website and whole different system. So if you're trying to log into that, it's not going to work because you don't have an account yet. But if it's into just the old system in Super Easy, then we can easily reset your password and get you in.
Okay. I'll check that out.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much.
Wave is separate. Copycat is separate. Sexy Analyst is separate. All those, they have their own websites, their own. So it's not like you can use the same password and username and password from Super Easy and use them on all of these. They won't work because they're completely separate websites with different servers and this and that. So does that make sense?
Yeah, got you. Because I'm gonna get Ocean Waves also. Okay.
Yeah, so that one would be a different. You got to go to that website and create your profile in there. It's separate profile.
I got you. Okay. Cool. I'll contact back office. Thanks a lot.
Good. Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Wait. Go ahead and unmute. Go ahead and unmute.
I just said you and your family have a great holiday and a blessing.
Oh, yeah, same to you. Thank you.
You're doing great things, man. Don't let nobody get to you. You're doing great things.
Thank you.
God got his hands on you. God has his hands on you.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. You have a good day.
You too, man. That's a blessing. That's a blessing. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, Robert is right. They call it MT4 Pro. So make sure when you guys are dealing with these brokers, make sure it's not MT4 Pro, because if it's MT4 Pro, that's another version of MT4 and it won't work. It's not compatible. Okay. All right. All right, you guys. All right. I'm going to go ahead and close class for today. Enjoy your holiday because Like I said, I got a meeting that I have to attend to, and then I have a date this afternoon. So thank you guys for joining. I hope this information was helpful. And if you guys like what we're doing, please share this information with other friends and family, and they can just come right on in. Again, they don't have to purchase anything. If they are using, whatever strategies, whatever, it's all good, man. Just tell them come on in and let me help them out, see what we can get done together as a retail family. All right. Take it easy. Happy holidays, y'all. Peace.